welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and get into your 72-hour forecast. Any information you need will be listed in the description. I had to adjust myself the way I was sitting in that chair. Anyways, let's get straight into it. I want to use some new decks. I want to start off by pulling some cards from I have the deck box right here, the Antique Autonomy Tarot. So we're gonna start here and let's see what the deck has to say. I really want to kind of vibe off of this deck intuitively, so we're gonna learn it together and see how I feel about it together. Any information you need, the extended version of this reading will be below. If you want a personal, check out the information listed below. Make sure you guys are signed up for my emails, because my people who are joined on my email list actually get notifications when I have sales and stuff. And you guys barely even hear me talk about the sales on here. So let's get into it. Let's pull 3 cards. Aries. The next 72 hours, overall energy. We got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of Pentacles. Ooh. So some of you are single, ready to mingle. I'm also hearing sick of somebody's BS, okay? You guys are not playing when it comes to building boundaries, when it comes to you sticking to what you say and what you mean. And there may be some people you have to be stern with during this time frame, because they might not get it, okay? They may not be understanding, like, look, this is not what you think it's gonna be. And that's that, okay? Especially if they keep trying to take advantage of the fact that you're somebody who, you know, cares about them or wants to build something genuine. You could be tired of somebody's foolishness, them wasting your time. Also with the 9 of Pentacles, this just feels like you guys are in your bag. And when I say that, this is you focusing on career related stuff. You may have things that you have to pay for. There may be an influx of money that comes in by you being intentional and setting your intentions and whatnot. You could also be realizing where, even with you being in a relationship, some of you are in a relationship, you may be needing to kind of move to your own beat, or you may be needing to find your own way. You could be like a stay-at-home mom and you're tired of feeling like your partner is just the sole breadwinner and you want to kind of do your own thing. You could be also tired of feeling like you're playing second to your person, or you're in their shadow, and you could be feeling like you need a sense of independence or a sense of self during this time frame, okay? You could be also really, I'm hearing like putting your foot down with something. You may be having to lay I don't want to say lay the law down, but you may have to tell somebody what it is right when they start to, you know, get a little bit snappy with you or out of line. This could be a coworker, a boss, okay, somebody at a leasing office. I'm hearing like you're sick and tired of somebody's shit and you're not taking it. All right, let's keep going. Aries, 2 of Swords, but in this deck it's the 2 of Blades. This deck is so pretty. So with the 2 of Swords, there's been some things that you've been very conflicted about, and it's been hard for you to make a clear and concise decision, mainly because the options that you may have may not be options that you necessarily want. Like, either option in this scenario may not be something that you truly desire. Let's say with a living situation, you don't really want to stay with the person that you're staying with, or in the house, or in the area, whatever this may be, anymore. But the other option could be something like moving somewhere else, and it could be more expensive. So either way, it's like a catch-22, if you get what I'm trying to say. And some of you are having to come out of this mental fog and make a clear and concise decision, where you've been procrastinating, where you've been putting things off for way too long. All right, I'm also hearing blocking somebody. You could be getting really tired of somebody's shenanigans. I'm telling you. And this actually feels like a different person. This energy just overall feels like you're sick and tired of people's shit. So this feels like a different person. You may be blocking like a family member who calls you for money all the time. Or you may be blocking like a friend who you notice is like very shady or is rude and doesn't have a sense of knowing when to back off or knowing like when to speak and say their piece in terms of your situation, I'm hearing. But let's keep going. Aries, what's coming through? We have the Three of Wands. So this is about you guys needing to sit back and let things kind of come to you. A lot of you have been working diligently and you could be kind of beating yourself up for your personal progress so far in the year 2022. And this is pointing out that you need to make sure you're not thinking that you're not making progress or getting into this mind frame that kind of stops you from making progress. You need to wait for things to come to you. And in the next 3 months, Aries, your situation is going to look completely different. If you're worried, stressed out, anxious, this is a confirmation that your situation is going to turn around within the next 3 weeks. It could be a lot sooner based off of your energy and the things that you decide to do. Sorry, this is messing with me. Or this could be in the next 3 months, but I do see things changing and you kind of determine if they change for the better or for the worse, but understand things are going to change. All right, now let's go ahead and see what this deck has to say. This is my Price of Love deck by Kaleido. Aries, messages coming through. We got romance. So yeah, the topic of love is definitely on your mind beyond just like intimate love. This could be in the sense of like you just feeling the love from people around you. You could have family that's showing you love during this time frame. You could have friends that are showing you love or showing you appreciation. You could be feeling a lot more appreciated by people who you didn't necessarily feel like appreciated you or even notice the things that you were doing. Okay, you could get a really nice gift during this time frame. It could be literally flowers, or it could be a really nice gift from like a friend where they're like, you know what, you've always done this for me. You've always been there for me. So let me gift you this, you know? Interesting. Let's keep going. I have, okay, love. Everything about love is coming through. I'm telling you, you guys may get a really nice gift during this time from people who you genuinely love, or people that you care about. Okay. Let's keep going. Speaking of love, let's go ahead and see what my romance angel cards have to say. I'm going to pull one of these. What's the energy around my Aries for the next 72 hours? I have unrequited love in reverse. So while there may have been this disconnect, some of you guys may have been dating somebody who you may have cared about way more than they may have, you know, cared about you, or vice versa. Okay, I do see you guys distancing yourself from that situation. Beyond just unrequited, it feels like you guys were putting so much of yourself into a situation and your person was not at an emotional state or even a mental state to match your energy. And this is realizing that you honestly can't control that in terms of that individual. That's something that they need to work out within themselves. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay, a lot of you also are like refusing any love that makes you feel like you have to overwork for it. All right, this is you realizing that you don't have to overwork for anything that God or the divine or spirit has for you. You don't have to work for anything in regards to love, if we're talking about love. But let's pull 2 cards from here and I'm going to end the reading there, and then we're going to go on to the other side and we're going to talk about the theme, outcome, career and finances, love, all that jazz. If you're not a Patreon already, you might as well become a Patreon. That's where I'm going to be I'm going to transition more so in making bulk of my content more so on Patreon, just because of all the craziness that's going on social media. But continuing, I do have perfect timing and I have no. So Spirit is saying, look, you guys are going to feel led intuitively to do certain things during this time frame, and you need to listen to yourself, especially if you feel like you want to say no to something. If you feel like, you know what, I don't necessarily feel like that's right, I don't feel like I should do this, you need to listen, because if your intuition is telling you that, then that's Spirit speaking through you at that point. So let's go ahead and go to the other side if you want to see the extended version where we actually do a full-on spread. And I think I might actually use this deck today because I feel a lot of intuitive messages coming through from it. Definitely follow me on Patreon. It will be below. check out my link tree, and I will see my beautiful Aries in the next one. Bye, Aries gang.